Happy holidays to everyone, to our Muslim viewers. Happy Salah to you. Happy Eid Mubarak. My name is Murayo Afolabi Brown. With me, I have the ladies of Your View. Hello, Obiajulu Ugbo. How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Excellent morning, everyone.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. Yes, I rounded up yesterday.
Ooh, congratulations.
I've rounded up. It's now time to focus on other things. I have a boot camp that's coming up, and we are trying as much as possible to ensure that registration kicks off, because it's going to be for the 22nd of July. And it's 2 days for women. It's the theme is the limitless woman. So we're trying as much as possible to help a lot of people live above and beyond their potentials. I get a lot of women call me that I want to be able to speak in public. I want to be able to do this. I don't have the confidence for it. I don't have the confidence for that. This is a training that will help you come out of your comfort zone and explore. So that's what we're working on. And the fact that Oga brought me to work today.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What's going on? It's a public holiday now.
Public holiday.
So where is he now? He's chilling.
He's in the car.
He didn't tell us now. When I come to go and greet you.
No, don't worry about it. I told him that after the show, he would take me to a Chinese restaurant. You know, I'm back to being vegetarian now. Chinese restaurant, we eat, and he was like, we're not taking the kids. I said, no, me and you. I want to eat an alone time before we get home. Today.
How are you doing, BC?
That's the plan. Nima.
How are you doing, Nima?
Everybody
wear your glasses now.
I'm going to manage to read today. Everybody watching this show want this girl. If you know me when I was a child, the day I will corner Miriam and give her something. we have mature now. We have more.
She laughed at you because you brought her. Nima just got glasses, right? So
I didn't just get them.
Yeah, well, none of us have seen you wear glasses on television.
So it was shocking to Miriam.
So bring
it was shocking. And you know the way she did it? She hid it under the table. She was trying to wipe it.
Peer pressure. She was bullied into hiding it.
Yes.
Don't let Nima bully.
Wear your glasses. It doesn't look good. So I wear it only by force, by fire. If I know that I will be disgraced. So
you can't be doing this job and not wear glasses at one point, because it's a long time.
I think it's the job, because I recently did my whole health check, and my next one is next month again.
Hiding,
so I don't have to do eyes again.
But it was
Eid.
Okay.
It was Eid, yes. And it was a rainy Eid in Lagos.
Yes.
But pictures from our she showed that they grooved very well. But I'm grateful to God. I shall do accidents. But Toshowu, thank you for this red carpet piece. It looks so beautiful. I wore it this morning. It looks so beautiful. I wanted to red carpet it like it was originally planned, but then...
All right, let me come to Mariam. We don't have much time again.
I just wanted...
How are you doing?
I'm doing
We
fine.
have 2 minutes, so go ahead, take your time.
Oh, okay. So I just wanted to say thank you so very much to you ladies. I got my gift. Beautiful, really thoughtful gift.
Yeah.
Yes,
all of us wanted to buy our own version because we just fell in love with it so much.
So what they got me...
no need to tell us, we know what you
We know what you get.
I'm telling the viewers, they got me this lovely kale, spinach, basil, you know, different spices and vegetables.
In short, you got
and then they got me raffia planters.
Oh my God.
So we saw it and it was fantastic, and all of us said, you know what, we need to have it
for yourself.
So get ourselves, because it's just...
Yeah, and then also thank you to everyone who has sent me
messages,
wonderful, beautiful, kind birthday messages. I was really, really overwhelmed with the love.
You couldn't reach you on Saturday. I was so upset.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And, you know, it's a general problem, so I had to sort the phone numbers out. Yeah, but thank you so very much, everyone.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You got to have vegetable. That's all.
Nothing. I saw you dance.
So yes, I was in church. I was Sister Muriah all through, from Thursday to Sunday, back to back. So it was our women's convention in my church. So on Thursday we went to the orphanage not orphanage. We went to give out stuff for the homes, the girls' home. Give them stuff. And Thursday, then Friday we had Tahila praise. And Saturday morning we went to exercise. It was really, actually had fun.
Wow.
Like usually stuff like that doesn't really thrill me, but I was thrilled. I had fun. I'm getting to that point where I was actually thrilled. We had a great time with the ladies. With all the ladies in church. It was fun. And then our mother in church is Pastor Fadeke Olugbemi. She was phenomenal, and Pastor Olayinka, she led the women's group, and it was fantastic. We had a great time. And on Sunday was a finale. We danced. You know, it was good to have that Sister Mariah vibe.
She said,
Sister Mariah, yeah.
Sister Mariah.
I'm Sister Mariah. But now I'm back. I'm Mariah now. All right, let's go to a break. When we come back, we go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
All right, we're going to start with The Nation, why I selected Shettima as running mate by Tinubu. CBN tightens e-payment rules for banks. Government killed 19 in South Africa's random bar shooting. Investors seek stoppage of TTB's acquisition of Union Bank. Federal scarcity persists in Lagos, Abuja, others, and 17 more bodies recovered from Lagos boat accident. Okay, let's start with the major headline. Who has that story?
Okay, so the presidential candidate for the APC in the next coming general elections have, declared who his running mate, his vice presidential candidate will be, and he picked Senator Kashim Shettima, the two-time former governor of Borno State and presently a senator at the National Assembly. And he said he was guided by the principles of competence, innovation, compassion, integrity, fairness, and adherence to excellence. So a lot of Nigerians have issues around the Muslim, because he is a northern Muslim, and the presidential candidate already himself is a southern Muslim. Nigerians have issues around it, but what I know personally, this is a personal opinion, I have always loved the person of Kashim Shettima as governor because of the way he reacted.
Yes.
It's been the example I always cite here.
You always reference him a lot.
Reference him. The way he reacted when his people had a problem, rather than, make the problem, and it was then they were in the minority. He made it an issue for him to go to the presidency every time for that assistance his people needed, rather than make, public cries all the time. So,
all right, it's a hot topic because that's the only topic Nigerians are talking about today. So we'll talk about it extensively later. Let's move on to another topic, in another story in The Nation.
Yes, fuel scarcity resurfaced at the weekend, and it worsened in many parts of Nigeria. So he said that in the most parts, the fuel were available, but it was being sold for different prices. They said it was worse hit in places like Lagos, Kaduna, and Jos. And some filling stations were selling for 200 naira per litre, while the black market had the opportunity to sell between 300 to 500 per litre in those places. And then they had, according to the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMA, they've been having issues and been at loggerheads with NMDPRA, and they're calling out for their standing bridging gaps claim, which is estimated to be about 50 billion to his members. I knew that money was said to have been paid, and they're asking, if you say this money has been paid, bring out the receipts. So IPMA was initially planning to probably start up a strike to, show their displeasure of what is happening. But they are now saying that the strike may not likely hold because they are not all united. They said the IPMA chapter of, the Southwest had decided to give out fuel. They are saying that they don't want to resort to strike. Strike has never solved any form of problem in Nigeria. And they are going to try as much as possible to make fuel available to all the people in the Southwest. So this will not likely augur well with the people who are trying to insist a strike, so that they can have their issues addressed.
Okay. All right. So I have this story. This is from South Africa. It says that in South Africa, in Soweto, about 19 people were killed in two random shootings within hours of each other. And I took this story really because I know Nigeria will be like, what's wrong with South Africa? I took this story because there just seemed to be widespread violence globally. This was at a bar that some people came in with rifles and just shot at people randomly, sporadically. It happened hours before, about 8:30 a.m. Another one had happened. They said on Thursday before, the same random coming into a group of people and just shooting. We have a serious problem on our hands, as a world, globally, because we hear in America how they are just going to schools and just shooting innocent children. In Africa, in Nigeria, our own is just insurgents or bandits or whatever it is that we call them. There has to be a change of the way government is handles things now, I think, It looks to me like we're coming to an end of an era, an end of a democratic era where sometimes, you know, I'm beginning to lean towards that thing that Mariah says. Maybe you need to start grabbing people and just punishing them immediately they commit a crime.
So I was going to talk about the death toll in the Lagos, the accident that happened, the boat mishap that happened on Friday. Many of us saw the news on social media. About 17 bodies had been recovered after that mishap. And NEMA, that's the National Emergency Management Agency, confirmed that figure last night. Also, the regulators have said that this accident was caused by illegal operators who were actually running shifts after 7 p.m. because according to the rules, you're not supposed to run anything after 7 p.m. This accident happened at 7:45 p.m. And secondly, they didn't have life jackets in that. So it was an illegal operator who was running that shift. And I guess we were just trying to get home for the holidays on time. So,
and then thirdly, these are wooden boats. This sort of boat.
Yes, this was a wooden boat, according to him. It was revealed that the regulatory, they've tried to stamp out all these illegal operators, but some of them just find a way to just run it. They know the urgency people want to have during this holiday period, and they took advantage of it. Let's move on quickly now to the Punch. How Tinubu shunned Northwest governors settled for Shettima. Fuel hits 250 naira per litre in Abuja, others queues spreads. 17 bodies of Lagos boat accident victims recovered. Rainfall, Lagos residents lament flooding, transport fare hike. Hajj operators decry hitches, demand refund from Nakon. Osun governor candidates disagree on arms for Amotekun. Salah travelers, others trapped in Lagos-Ibadan expressway traffic. Manufacturers threaten shutdown over soaring diesel prices. Terrorists demand 4.3 billion for Kaduna train hostages. What? Court remands billionaire linked to Kiari drug deal. And my kidnappers threatened large-scale attacks on Yoruba land, says victim. Okay, which story are we starting with?
So let's talk about the flood that happened during Salah on Saturday. And according to the story, really, it was just on the Lagosians lamenting the increase in transport fares due to the rainfall. So on Friday, getting home, I got flooded in my car too at Second Rainbow. First Act was flooded. All around Lagos on Saturday was heavy rain. So I think this is the 7 days rain, the regular one. And the story carries how, because of floods on all the roads, the transporters that are operating the roads had to increase fares because it was difficult driving through water. And so transport distances of about 200 naira became 500 naira per distance and all of that. And that increment is, of course, due to the rain. And in continuation of the story, we had influencers now asking governments, how did they prepare for the rain? Thatcher was quoted to be saying that, all influencers should come out and call on government and, demand what they did to prepare for the rain. There was an eyewitness saying that they didn't prepare for the rain in Sasha, Gbeda, Akowojo area, that, Lekki was flooded, but other areas, unexpected. Surulere, First Act was well flooded. Amuodofin, total, flood everywhere, all the way. So we will look into it later.
Okay, another story in Punch.
Yeah, terrorists are demanding 100 million ransom for each of the 43 abducted Kaduna train passengers who are still in custody. They communicated this demand to the family members last week, and this was coming 5 days after the abduction and Kuje medium prison break. And so, there was also a viral video that was, posted saying that Islamic States of West Africa, that ISWAP, they took ownership of the attack in the prisons. And during the attack, over 300 Boko Haram fighters, convicted criminals, and other inmates were released by the terrorists. And they, we talked about it on the show here. So the federal government has uploaded on Interpol database that 64 Boko Haram commanders who were released from custody at that prison break. Now, some family members who still have people in their custody are crying out, saying that they have reached out to them, saying that they are going to take 100 million for one person each. And that's what they are going to collect. And they are no longer interested in negotiating with the federal government. They now want to negotiate directly with the family members. This is just a failure of government. The appeal is, what can the government do now to ensure that these people come? They also released about 7 people from their custody. Those people have paid, but did not disclose how much they have paid. It's just like we have been hoping that government would do something. Now that their leaders, what they had, they were both negotiating on different ends, and they had something, you release this, I release this to you. They have taken their own. The terrorists have gotten their leaders. So how does the federal government get out these 43 people? What is going to be mortgaged for these 43 people?
All right.
It's just painful.
Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Whether you're a homemaker or a fashionista or an entrepreneur or a traveler, no matter who or where you are, there's a Keystone card made just for you.
Visit any Keystone branch nearest to you or download the Key mobile app to get your card today. Keystone Bank. We grow together.
I like you. I really do. I love the way you make my body feel. I love how cool you are and how you just rejuvenate me. You give me everything I need. And I know they say not to trust your partner fully, but I trust you completely. You are truly pure, inside and out. In fact, you're purity itself. Nobody gets me the way you do. And that's why you're my paddy of life.
God, everybody knows say I be real person, even for my acting. Now original, not be fake. Enjoy my people. As now they see me so, I know they joke with anything where they bring rich flavor, total nutrition, and great taste. Like my Checkers custard make 3-in-1. The Totorica, Banga, and rich custard. Checkers custard quality sure. My family, they know they take a play.
Can someone get these two out of my set now?
Good thing good, I beg. I no go lie. This na custard.
Checkers.
Na custard.
Be that.
It's scary, isn't it? Putting yourself out there, ignoring the voices telling you you can't. Will you step aside, or will you go for it? After all, what's the worst that could happen? So, keep trying. Don't stop. Believe in yourself and go for it. Aladana, available in many variants to nourish you every step of the way.
Heartburn and indigestion? Try Gestede. My recommendation for the past 26 years, Gestede. Reliable remedy for heartburn, indigestion, flatulence, and acidity.
Introducing Goodnight Power Shots Multi-Insect Killer. Fast action and great fragrance. Spray 2 shots each in 4 corners of the room. Stops mosquitoes without stopping family moments. Goodnight Power Shots. Spray inside, stay inside. Endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association.
Nivea Natural Fairness is now Nivea Perfect and Radiant. Reveal your skin's natural radiance with Nivea Perfect and Radiant, enriched with berry extracts and UV filters. To reduce dark spots and even out your skin tone. For radiant and even-toned skin, say hello again to Nivea Perfect and Radiant Body Lotion. Try the full Nivea Perfect and Radiant range to unlock your most radiant self.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. Mariam had a story?
Yes, so the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has remanded Nigerian billionaire Ukatu Malison and his accomplice Sunday Ibekute for their alleged conspiracy and connivance with the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari's alleged 3 billion hard drug in the facility of the Nigerian Correctional Services. They are facing a 3-count charge bordering on conspiracy, trafficking of 322 kg of tramadol, and unlawful dealing and possession of the said banned drug leveled against them by NDLEA. They had asked also for a bail, but they was opposed, and so they'll be remanded until their next court sitting. This is, I think, a win for NDLEA and also for Nigeria, that when something like this, when big wigs are involved in issues like this with drugs and corruption, we're able to see them go through the process of justice.
I hope they don't get a pardon later.
And we just hope that this ends, ends right or justly for Nigerians.
Ends
for
in
the
a
fight
conviction.
against drugs.
Okay, following the debate on if Amotekun should have ammunition, there was a debate recently, I think, for the Osun State governorship candidacy going on, and Governor Oyetola was saying that because Amotekun is having to face criminals with weapons, it was only adequate for them to also be given weapons. However, the other candidates from our court party were saying that they would rather have more people recruited to Amotekun, but they shouldn't be allowed to bear arms because the Constitution forbids them to do so. Other candidates had a different perspective. The Senator Adeleke was from PDP was saying that he would rather equip the police to be able to do the job. So they all had a different perspective, but this is following the continuous debate of should we have local police and should they be armed? Okay, let's move on quickly to Daily Sun. Can others kick as Tinubu picks Muslim running mate? Lagos boat mishap death toll rises to 17 as 4 more bodies recovered. Imo government is auctioning my vehicle, says Okorocha. Insecurity, Edo reads Riot Act to traditional rulers, others to flush out criminal headsmen from their forests. Umar calls for execution of presidential pardon for the Pardari and Yami. Nationwide shutdown of electricity, railway imminent over ASU and others. Fears grip Abuja, neighboring towns as NSCDC hints of ISOP planned attacks. Terrorists plotting to attack Kano in DSS custody, says IPOB. And group counsels Wiki over romance with APC governors. Lots of stories in Sun today.
Let me start with Edo State. So, following the sad abduction and murder of the Catholic priest and a hunter, and also just the growing level of insecurity in Edo State, the acting governor, Comrade Philip Shaibu, has had a meeting with the people in the community, in the states, really, with leaders, traditional leaders, and local government heads. And he asked them that, especially he talked to the local government heads, he said they should use all the security apparatus under them, that they have authority over police, the soldiers, vigilante groups, should do everything to make sure that anyone staying within the forest illegally everyone in the forest should be taken out. Yes. And that for the traditional leaders who have collected money from headsmen so that these people can graze or camp, should return those monies and make sure everybody leaves the forest as they fight this insecurity. So, if you recall, there was a meeting that 4 key governors of APC had with Governor Wiki, and many have reacted, what are they discussing? What is going on? Anyway, the Pan-Igbo Socio-Political Pressure Organizations, Southeast Revival Group, SERG, have said that he should be careful, that he understands he's been aggrieved, but he shouldn't take any hasty decisions. According to them, Wiki must be careful and patient in taking any political decisions in order not to lose the goodwill he has earned from the masses over the years of his sterling performance in real estate, that people recognize his audaciousness, as the governor of an oil-rich state, and that this meeting is having with these APC governors. Don't go and take any decisions because there are lots of people that are following you and don't make any wrong decisions. So we'll see how that goes. But there are many speculations saying, what's going on? Is we keep moving to APC? What's happening? Because it was Ayo Fayose that was also in that picture. We don't know if it was Ayo Fayose that took him there, but we're still reading and understanding what is cooking. Everybody's asking that question.
We should calm down, we'll soon hear.
Okay.
So the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, are raising alarm over an alleged secret plot by the terrorists who attacked the Kuje Correctional Center to eliminate their leader, who is currently in the custody of the DSS. So according to the spokesperson of the group, Ima Powerful, he said that the attack in Kuje prison was a prelude plan by the terrorist group to orchestrate a plan to kill their leader. And this is more like a warning to the federal government that the IPOB leader is not safe with the DSS. And so they are asking that he be released to either the British government, where he belonged, conditionally, or released to the President General of Ahaneze, Professor George Obiozo, or better still, to the trusted hands of elder statesman Chief Mbazulike Amechi, because it will not be fair that he dies in custody since they are hearing of this plan. And so that is what the federal government should be planning to do to safeguard the life of Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay, there's more threat because many people are even scared that you've released 64 Boko Haram. Yeah. So there's, aside from just Kanu, there are other issues in the neighboring states. People are worried about insecurity generally, not just for one person. So it's a general concern. Let's move on quickly to the Nigerian Tribune. Can MBF, ACF, and Feniferi react as Tinubu picks Shettima as running mate? 12 rescued as bus falls into Lagos Canal. Train attack, 7 freed passengers united with families. How human trafficker recruited orphans to export drug to Dubai, says NDLEA. Despite 125 billion naira grid intervention in 6 years, power supply worsens, says investigation. Remove VAT on diesel, reactivate nation's refineries, MAN tells federal government. Equities investors lost 139 billion naira in 5 days as NGS closes at 0.56% lower. IGP deploys DIG, 53 other senior officers and 5 APCs, 3 helicopters for Osun Guba elections, and Senate to issue warrants of arrest on presidential amnesty program officials. Okay, which story are we starting with?
The 125 billion grid intervention. So this article in the Tribune takes a complete inventory of how much has been put between 2015 and 2021. They said 125 billion has been used to fund key grid initiatives, and yet the country is still in darkness. They said this excludes another $1.7 billion transmission and development finance funding it got through the World Bank and the Africa Development Bank and AFD and GICA, among others. Also, the Minister for Power, Abubakar Ali, also talked about another Central Bank of Nigeria fund, which was about $250 million meant for the rehabilitation of critical interfaces between transmission and distribution to increase and stabilize power. We they hear all this big money, but we didn't see the results. Also, federal government, through the Siemens project, put in a $2 point something billion project for that Siemens deal. That's aside another $4 billion estimated at and an estimated 1.7 trillion using the current current exchange rate for that amount that has been put into the same sector. Right. And between 2016 and 2022 alone, 88 times system don't collapse. You know, we're still not getting results. I think that there's inconsistency in the heads of this ministry. You can't continue to change power ministry while you're negotiating deals in between. So you're trying to stabilize power. You go in and you strike the Siemens deal, you get a new minister. The minister comes in, starts afresh, things don't continue, you know?
Okay, let's take one more story.
I have a story. So yes, NDLEA has arrested a man called Matthew. His surname withheld, but in the paper they also named him Bassi. So maybe they forgot. Maybe it's Matthew Bassi. Anyway, he was arrested because he had gotten a young girl, Miss Peter Gift Eno. He promised her a job in Dubai, and then he gave her a luggage, and in that luggage, unknown to her, he had put in cannabis in it. Wow. And she was supposed to, without knowing, transport that to where she was going and hand it over. But she was caught at the airport. And luckily for NDLEA, Mr. Matthew was still at the airport waiting for her departure, and they were able to trace him. The story is that she's an orphan. She had just lost her mother. So he was able to prey on her vulnerabilities and get her, to do this for him. And so luckily, he was arrested. Imagine if she
in Nigeria.
Yes, in Nigeria.
Thank God it's
if
Nigeria.
She had gone before that, it would have been a whole different story for her with no family members.
The points: PDP battles discontent rebellion. Why I picked Shettima as my running mate, says Tinubu. Drama in court as defendant escapes from pregnant policewoman and others. Man loses eye during 8-day torture in kidnapper's den. And yeah, stories.
Yeah. Yes, so a very, I would say, mild drama happened within the premises of the Osun State Judiciary Complex. They say houses both the Magistrate and State High Court in Osogbo, July 4th, 2022. And a suspect, Sodiq Ayinde, bolted out of the courtroom and disappeared into blues after being arraigned. So this 25-year-old suspect was brought in, said that he stole a phone worth 68,000 naira, and then he damaged the SIM card so that he would not be found. Then after 1 month, he was found, he was brought to court. They kept on talking about the case, and then he pleaded guilty. But while, because the policewoman that was in charge of him was pregnant, there was also another man, a police officer who was supposed to be handling him. He just noticed that they were paying attention to their next case because his own case was already adjourned. He picked up his slippers and ran out of the courtroom, and everybody started chasing him. And so as they were chasing him, they were shouting, "Ole, ole." He himself that was running was shouting, "Ole, ole, ole, ole."
Yeah, that's
I'm telling you, they were able to find him. And that was how he left.
Anyway, this young man.
Fortunately, that's all we can take. Thank you so much. That's all we can take on the review. When we come back, we're bringing our first guest. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built, state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria, on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it. Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup?
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script?
Check.
Are we set in the VCR? All tip in place? VCR?
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing, guys?
Thanks for staying with us. So, before we go into the hot topic of the day, we have to introduce our Nigerian video jockey, television presenter, and entrepreneur, musician, executive producer, and an Islamic scholar, celebrity scholar, I might add. Welcome with us, Adams Ibrahim Adebola, popularly known as VJ Adams, in the building. Whoop, whoop. Good to have you.
Feels great to be back on the show.
It's been a while.
3-4 years ago.
Yeah. So it's good to know that you're a celebrity entrepreneur, but you're also an Islamic scholar.
No.
Hello.
I'm a Muslim.
Okay, a Muslim.
I
But you are very young.
Knowledge.
You have knowledge.
A few things. You get me? Because people can take that person. Who told them this?
Okay, that's true. Let's be careful. So, but one of the reasons why we brought you today, because we wanted to commemorate Salah.
Absolutely.
And we didn't want to bring the traditional sheikh. You know, let's bring someone that looks like us and say, okay, tell us about this season and what are the benefits of this season? What are those things you would like us to learn from this season?
I mean, generally, what Salah represents, it represents giving for the most part. And it's a story that is in both the most popular religions, both of them, they understand the dynamics of Ibrahim and Abraham. You know, giving your child, your son, replace it with, you know, with the sheep, and that's what we rarely celebrate. But beyond that is really to give. So when you do Salah, when you kill the ram, you share the ram amongst your community. You marry with people to eat with you and just have a good time. So it's more about giving, you know, and reflecting really.
What would you say about just like the commercialization of almost everything right now? Even as Salah was approaching, all I heard was, ram is too expensive. I just didn't hear so much about this message that you're talking about, but really about the cost of ram. If you cannot buy ram, does that make it less a sacrifice, you know, a religious celebration for you?
Oh, absolutely not. Matter of fact, the buy ram conversation is stated clearly from time immemorial with the religion, if you can afford it. It's the same way going for Hajj. If you can afford it, do it.
So if you can't afford it, what do?
You join other people. And that's why it's sharing.
So it doesn't make you,
It doesn't make you less.
sinned.
No, it doesn't make you less.
Nice.
You have sinned if you can afford it and you don't.
You cannot not choose to do it if you can afford it. You must.
You must, matter of fact.
Yeah, so how do we get people to focus more? So this is not just because it's your religion,
Right.
even across religion, focus more on the significance of these sort of celebrations as against just the glitz and glam of killing the meat and showing what you have.
I think generally is because people don't read that much. People are not that inquisitive to find out why they do what they do. You know, even within Muslims, so Muslims don't even understand why they do Salah. It's just a celebration. You know, you take clothes. So it's because people don't read as much. You know, in terms of reading, and I'm very inquisitive, and I'm a very stubborn guy. So you cannot tell me to do it. Why? Where is it? Is it in the Quran? Okay, good. Is it in the Sunnah? Okay, fine. You can back it up. You know, so generally people should read more.
Okay.
So one of the things that bothered me is that, just as you said, people don't read. When the message was given to Abraham, it was further interpreted when it was given to the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And in his own time, Salah happened, and he was grieving.
Right.
Several times there was a grief, so you have to sacrifice, and you just lost your child.
Right.
How do you do this, no matter the situation? What's the core message? Is it a worship that you must do? Because some people then bring in all sorts of excuses. Okay, now, you know, we've lost someone, we cannot do Salah. What's that? Why is Salah so important, and why must it be done no matter your circumstance per time?
The situation is simple. If it says, go and sacrifice your son, right? And the maker says, no longer sacrifice your son. Replace that with a ram. That is worthy of celebrating in every sense of the word, because other than that, I believe right now the stories would be different in terms of what people will practice and how they would possibly sacrifice the first sons every time. So why wouldn't you want to celebrate that?
Now, there's something that I'd like you to dispel, because many of us know we're informed, but there are lots of people out there that are watching TV today, and they have the wrong perception or understanding of what the ram slaughterers say before they slaughter. You know, they say something, but many people interpret that like that incantation they are doing before they clean that ram. I like you because when somebody, if a sheikh says it, they think, oh yeah, but if you say it, it's different. So what exactly does the ram slaughterer say? And what does it mean in English? So we wouldn't understand what it is.
So pretty much, the ram slaughterer is just praying. You, as Muslims, before you do anything, you use the name of God. Before I stepped in here, I prayed. Before I get back in my car, I prayed. Before I sat down, I prayed. If I'm going to drink water, I'm going to pray. Is water? Yes. It's hot? Yeah. I'm going to drop it back. You're going to pray.
Yes.
You're going to have to just pray, really. So it's just what the ram slaughter says. He's praying. It's Arabic. It's in the name of God. Really, that's what it is. Nothing more. There's nothing attached to it. Pray. Because you're not taking the life of an animal only because you're a human being and you have the power to do so. It's the maker that gave you that, and he gave you that to celebrate. So you do that even with humility.
Fantastic.
Thank you for saying this. So there's a video.
Right.
Jimmy Disu shared that video, because I remember when my ram was being slaughtered yesterday, I said to the boy assisting my husband, hold down that ram. That ram must not struggle. And only for me to finish cooking at night, just while I was trying to sleep, I saw Jimmy Disu's post about somebody slaughtering a ram, leaving the ram, it was running and bleeding.
Oh my
God.
God.
There's a part of humility that must come in the slaughtering.
Absolutely.
And kindness that you must show that animal. I want you to expatiate on what happens to when you don't treat the animal kindly. What happens to it? Does Allah still accept it? Does it still qualify?
Oh, no, it's not qualified. The humility part of the conversation, that's why I said you reflect, because regardless of the fact that you're trying to celebrate and you're excited now that you can use a ram in place of a human being, you still do that with humility, because that's a life that is about to be taken. And beyond even ram, when you even kill chicken that you want to eat, when you want to kill anything, any of the things you eat, you do it with humility. You know, it's not because you're superior. It's just by virtue of God's blessings to choose you to be the human and they the animal. So the humility part of the conversation is an integral part that cannot...
So is that the part where it now differentiates halal from... Because you would fear some specific places that say we sell halal and we don't eat a certain type. Is it the prayer and the showing of humility and kindness to that animal that makes it special?
That makes it... Okay, so halal, there are guidelines regarding the type of rams to be slaughtered. You cannot slaughter a sick ram. You know, those are part of what makes it halal. The conversation, I mean, those emphasize on the word halal. But what makes it special is the entire process. When you follow the guidelines of the type of ram to be slaughtered, and you do it with humility, make sure you feed the ram well. You try as much as possible to have the ram live a normal life, you know, up until that moment.
Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup
check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script
check.
Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR
check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights on. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress?
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup.
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script.
Check.
Are we set in the VCR? All Tim in place? VCR.
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing, guys?
Thanks for staying with us. We still have with us VJ Adams. I would like you to touch on some other areas that many non-Muslims have always had concern about, because recently there was a video that was trended where terrorists were saying Allahu Akbar and shoot it, you know, and when you see stuff like that as a Christian, you think to yourself, they say Islam is a religion of peace. But when you see stuff like this, you continue to think, you question, like, you see, which sect of Islam is this? Who are these people? Could you help us understand the difference between those people and the kind of Islam that you practice?
Islam preaches peace, and so think about it. The generalization of a particular people that are radicals or that are deliberately just wicked doesn't represent the totality of what a religion represents. So when a shooting happens in the United States and the person that killed 80-something people or 30-something people is a Christian, they don't tag that as a Christian. They don't say Christians are radicals because John Francis killed 900 people. So if a set of people are doing certain things that are not in any way in the Quran or in the Sunnah, and the Quran is the holy book and the Sunnah is the teachings of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. So if someone is going out of that, you don't represent the religion. Religion is the religion of peace. Your religion is not the constitution of the world. Your job is to coexist as human beings. You know, so whether or not anyone worships stone or worships cement is none of my business. My job is to treat you like a human being, which is the first step, you know, and coexist with you. Because every step of the way you will coexist with people, regardless of whatever they practice. You know, so a set of people do bad things. They don't represent the religion. Absolutely. It's a set of people. And it's the same way when you see the Arabs are not the superior Muslims. You're not the superior Muslim because you speak Arabic or you live in an Arabic country. You're not the superior Muslim because you live in a particular place in a country or in a region in a country. No, you're not. A Muslim reads the Quran and follows the teachings. If the Quran says you're not one of us, if you don't want for your brother what you want for yourself, the Bible says, do unto others what you want to done to you. It's very clear. How hard is it to follow those simple, basic principles?
I like that. So I like that. So go ahead.
Yeah. So you know, personally, I think religion has divided us instead of bringing us together. And the only time I feel like it's still one God, there's still a oneness somewhere, is during this sort of celebrations, which is just for a few days. And after that, everybody faces their direction. What would be the message that you preach to not just your Muslim brothers, but also your Christian brothers and your traditionalists on how we can begin to see ourselves as one, in as much as we have different religions?
Well, I said earlier, your religion is not the constitution of the world. It's the first thing you need to understand, basic principle as a human being. And I think religion is as influential as language as well. You know, so because I'm Yoruba does not make anyone who's not Yoruba less important than myself. It's the same thing, it's the same principle. So in an organization, when you want to hire people, am I going to hire someone because you're predominantly Muslim that is incompetent? Or because you're predominantly Yoruba that you're incompetent? I don't care. I care about competence. That's why I said, whether or not you worship cement, if I need a cameraman that is competent, if you worship cement or you somersault in the middle of the night with calabash, I don't care. Do the job. Is what matters to me. So coexisting, like I said, is the basic phenomenon of human existence, and your religion is not the constitution of the world.
So, but there's a part of your religion enhancing, which is why we're striving to be better, enhancing your good qualities, making you a better person. You know, there's a reward for good, there's a reward for empathy, there's a reward for kindness, which is what the religion promotes. Then you then see some people say, when they're trying to get religious, become so wicked. You know, they are so hard. They are unapproachable. They cannot relax. They cannot share a little joke. They say, no, a level of strong. Cannot play, like, you know. So we play inside our house and pretend outside that we're strong. You know, that kind of thing. What do you have to say about that, you know, strong?
I mean, people who have strong opinions, some people can start to act like Assistant Muhammad, Assistant Jesus. That's, I don't really care for that. What I care about is what is first in the holy books, whether or not it's the Bible or the Quran. What did Jesus say? What did Muhammad say in his ways? So when you follow the exact thing he says is what I care about, you know, in your practice. I care about your practice. You know, don't tell me about your religion. Show me. Don't tell me how kind you are.
Exactly.
Show me. Show me by the people that cannot pay you back, the people that cannot directly do anything for you. How do you treat them?
So how many wives are you having?
This one will be married.
Let him start first now.
How many wives are you having?
You don't marry one.
We're going,
One.
One.
Yeah,
That's all. That's it. You're not yet married.
No, I'm
He's not married.
You're married.
Are you having? You said me like, are you having?
Like,
Oh, I saw you married.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're single?
Yes, I am.
Ah, okay.
Since 3 years ago, it was on the show.
Why are you still single, Mr. Vijay Adam?
Send in your
You know, as men have financial
You
clock.
may not be being so
You don't have to.
You don't have the financial clock.
You don't need to.
For me, 10 million.
Yeah.
give me 10 million now. Let me know you're serious.
Oh,
Since I don't
wow.
need to.
So you're single.
So you think the girl that'll give you 10 million has not come? Marry now.
So do you want a hijabite or a regular?
I would not trade a good human being for anything else. So whether or not you're anything else, if you're a good human being, that's what matters.
Do you like those sexy people? Sexy.
He likes sex.
Every human being likes what is pleasing to their eyes.
Oh, God. Uncle.
I need to just clap
put something inside you.
I love it. I love your response.
So she can be hijabite outside, but inside she can be.
Let's find it.
Let us just. It's money. Let us be honest.
Okay, let's
Come back on
Don't
Friday.
worry, we have a private deal.
Just sit here on Friday. Come back on Friday. We'll give you correct.
There's a deal.
I'm ready.
All right, we got to go on a break. Thank you so much,
Thank you so much for having me.
And we come back. This is Muslim ticket that everybody's talking about. Let's hear your views on it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News, watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News, watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9.
Thanks for staying with us. Before we go into our hot topic, we're going to bring our next guest. So, over the weekend, in fact, there was a major flood outbreak in Lagos, which wreaked havoc on residents and swept away moving vehicles with other occupants. According to report, Lagos will experience more heavy rains till the end of August, and all residents and motorists should avoid wading through floods while it is raining to avert possible disaster.
God help.
Join us on the show now is a special advisor to the governor on drainages and water resources, Mr. Joe Ibukwe. Welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning, ladies.
Good to have you on the show. So, first of all, we understand that Lagos is a coastal line. So definitely across the world, these things happen, right? So we know floods would come. However, our worry is always preparation. Does the government do enough to prepare for these floods? And how, and aside from clearing the drainages, there's also that point of sensitization of the people. What work has been done that could have prevented this in the first place?
No. Let me say that you cannot prevent a natural, phenomenon. We have 11 sinking cities in the world. One is in Jakarta, Indonesia, Venice in Italy, New Orleans in US, Lagos, number 4, Houston, Texas, number 5, Dhaka, Bangladesh, number 6, Virginia Beach, Virginia. I think it's in US. Bangkok, Thailand. Rotterdam, Netherlands. Alexandria, Egypt. And then Miami, Florida. These are flood,
areas.
where flood, prone areas that you cannot stop. Lagos is about 3,500 square kilometers, smallest. But you have almost 23 million people here, and they are still coming because of the crisis in other zones in Nigeria, southeast, north, central. Everybody is coming to Lagos. So there is this scarcity of space. When you're supposed to have 2 people, you have 15, 20 who have this. What happened yesterday is what we called flash flooding. If you have heavy downpour, you have up to 8-9 hours yesterday. So you have it, you have flooding. But within 2-3 hours, you won't see it again. I'm just coming from Okoba, Agege now. This particular spot, that's where I went to today. You can't see anything there. This is the place now. I'm just coming from there now.
Wow.
So it's expected, and that's why we go. That canal, we're expanding it. There's civil works going on there now. We are trying to expand it to take more volume of water, flooding. So these are the issues. Where we are standing there, you can see encroachment. You're supposed to be 15 meters this side, 15 meters the other side, so that we'll be able to clean. You can see houses are very close to that place. Some of them 5 meters, some of them 2 meters, some of them on the edge of the canal.
So the question would be, why would government allow these buildings to be? Who issues these permits for the buildings?
Why did they even allow them complete
drainages and canals? Why would they allow the building to be on these canals and drainages for so long? These are not new houses. They've been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Why is government not putting an eye on it and making sure that these houses go down, even before they come up, that they don't even come up at all?
Very difficult, too. But sometimes you take hard decisions. But people will plead and plead and plead and plead. You wouldn't know how many times we have had them quit notice to leave the place. Now, that place is not habitable. They will still be there. Like one man I saw this morning via this canal, if you see where the water was yesterday, the level of the house, almost swallowed the house. That's the way they have been living for years. And there are also areas that you're not supposed to live. We are not supposed to build anything. Over there here, Iwaya, Makuko, Badia, Ijora, Isalu, Wata, Shibri, Isheri North, Kara, there. Itowolo, Ajegunle, Majide, Ogolote. They are not supposed to live there.
Yes.
But go
they are not supposed
chase them away.
to live there.
Next, they will come back. And these are not solid houses. Some of them are bacha, with zinc, they will. So we are doing a lot. We are expanding this canal. There's construction work going on that Okoba, or that Agege, Rulagege canal. We're trying to expand it. You can see their gravels there they're using to work. It's just that the cost of things went up, so we'll have to go back to the government to review and then move something up.
So when you chase them away and they come back, and you keep chasing them away and they come back, what stops you from building the canal that's supposed to be there originally to stop them from coming to build their houses? So this yes. So
that's blocking the.
Yes.
I'll take it. Well, it will take a lot of money. They are talking about billions of dollars. There's one that is up to 15 kilometers. It's not something that you can just do. We claim our setbacks, and our people are not helping matters. Last week, I was quarreling with one local government chairman. I cannot tell you. They were building something on the edge of the canal. Very big canal, And I said, look, what are you doing? He said, look at the other side. I have space the other side. There's a space the other side. There's setback the other side. I said, this is canal you are building here. We went to remove those things. The man mobilized the area boys to attack us. We now went back. The local government chairman went back and got reinforcement and came and removed the structures. So we face challenges every day. Some we call the governor, some we call everybody, party people, they will calling. But you see, if we close our eyes to do what we ought to do, people will pay. people will cry. A lot of people will be on the streets.
Isn't that what government is supposed to do?
That's what government is supposed to do sometimes.
What I witnessed on Friday is something that I have not seen in a while. Considering that the Apapa Oroshuki Expressway is just recently constructed and was made higher, I didn't expect that level of flood. I started suffering flood from Yanetire Junction.
It's flash flooding. It will come. It's natural.
And all the
2 hours, it will vanish.
It will, but all of us had to stay on the road. Then when you go into Festac, when you get to Isaleko, I think... in Amodofi, in Mautu Estate, flood everywhere. I'm saying for a fact, for the past 1 week, most of the flats downstairs within the estate will have water in. There's an area there that I had never seen that level of flood. But I'm thinking, there's a building that I am suspecting was recently done for a club. And that building, I'm thinking, this building wasn't existing before. I have passed through this place for the past 8 years going on. Why is it now that the building is there, that there's flood? That's just my suspicion. That's not technical assessment of anything. Then you go into Festac to come out, water everywhere. At Link Bridge, down of my car, I just sat in my car and there was water. For you to know the level of water we're talking about. So in Ajegunle as well, they had to bring out boats, you know, in what's this area called? Around Ajegunle, they had to bring out boats. If you're talking about Agege now and there's a canal and they're having those issues, what happened in all other areas of Lagos?
I just started Agege as a typical example. Yes. You know, I'm just coming from there now. You see, these things will come as long as you're living in a coastal city. But then, our people need to help us. That place you're talking about may be blocked drains, you know. It's a consequence of refuse, PET bottles, and all kinds of things. And then there's one system we call System 6. It passes through Lagos University Teaching Hospital. If you clean it this weekend, if it rains, if you go back to that place, you won't believe that you've done something there. From Agege Motor Road, there's a canal there. It will just push all those things there. You will go back. We keep on removing because of our habits. PET bottles in particular, plastics, and all kinds of things. People who should know better, people with full dose of Western education will they are going to work by early in the morning, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., they will load their vehicles with their refuse, and they just drop it into the canal. You see, our habit is terrible. So what I'm coming back, it may not be that building, it may be just waste inside the drains. Because water must find its way.
How did you prepare for the rain?
We do. We do. Because of this, we have almost 1,000 called a flood abatement gang. You know, you will see them on yellow T-shirts, you know, walking. Their own is to distill. After the rainy season, you know, when we are in the dry season, they go to distill all the drains all over Lagos. We call them a flood abatement gang.
Isn't it the reverse? So the rains are coming as a department that is more aware of how the rains will come. Is it not better to distill?
No, they are doing it. It's a continuum. They are doing it. They don't wait. They are doing it. We call them and they will go to do the work. They know.
This is my own perspective. I understand what you said. I like how you started in the beginning, where there's an influx of people coming in every single day. So if you chase one person today, tomorrow, it is a whole thousands of people moving into that area every day, because many of the people moving into the states don't have addresses. Some of them live under the bridge. They find a shanty somewhere. So I understand that if you remove some people, people will come.
Just like Okoba Gege.
Yeah, so I would get that. But don't you think something more long-term is for government to start building high-rise buildings, as we have the projects and all this thing, where we have people actually have places for them to live? Because you see everybody, like 1,000 houses on the ground, same level, and having 100 people living there. Why don't we have high-rise, give commission developers, people out there, the private companies coming in, say, let us build these high-rises across the state, because we don't have space. There's no land. So you can save land and then have proper canals for these floods to pass through.
Oh, well, maybe we'll get to that. But, you know, like Singapore, this is very small, country like the size of Lagos. Even Lagos is bigger than Singapore. They have high-rise buildings. And the man built and got people to even go and live there free. You know, so these things will come.
Would you say
we'll get there.
Would you say in your job, your department, working with all the other MDAs, like the Ministry of Environment and
that's Ministry of Environment. Yeah.
Yes. Is there a synergy in goals for you? Do you all have the same goal? Yours is to make sure that there are no floods. Yours is to make sure that there are habits and whatever government policies or execution is done in such a way that floods do not occur. The other parts of Ministry of Environment will have waste disposal and things like that. You're talking about people dropping their waste into the canals. Are you talking with those in charge of waste disposal, making sure that we have dumps where people can take them to, or making sure that people are coming to pick up their trash, in a way that it does not affect your job? Do you sit down together as a ministry to talk about how one job does not negatively affect or impact on the other person? And have ideas like the one you just mentioned should have been something that you would have discussed amongst yourself and to see how it can, be a reality?
Oh, we do. We do. This is Lagos now. We do meetings. The stakeholders. For us, there's one canal that we wanted to do in Aboru, one of the longest, most difficult terrain. We have to go and do stakeholder meetings 2 times, to get everybody. Before you go to dredge a canal, or before you go to do what we call alignment, concrete alignment, to align it to allow for easy flow, you have to have meetings with stakeholders, several meetings. Because some of them, if you tell those people to go and work, they will go and start disturbing, they start taking money from them, they will start causing problems, for them. And they may not even be able to do the work. They want to take part of the money the contractors are collecting. So a lot of meetings.
Let me go
every week you do 2 meetings. So
let me go and come back and continue this conversation. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria, on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Thanks for staying with us. We still have our guest with us. I'm told Oyin is waiting. Good morning, Oyin. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'd like to ask you. I'd like to ask the guest from the show because he keeps saying things like, yes, we have done a lot, we've done it. I don't think this is not the first time it's really in Lagos. And I don't think we have to wait until we get this flood and then terrible before something is done. We have people that actually died. They are not terrified. We have children that were in that way that actually died. And that one is not even shown on our TV. Like, instead of them to just sit down in their offices and say, we talk. Is there nobody in charge of looking at these houses when they are being built? Is there nobody in charge of saying what they are using for these houses are not good? Is there nobody in charge of our roads? We have people working on those roads every day. People, those women working on the roads every day. They actually work. You guys sit down in your office and you say, we do this, we do that. These are the first rain that is happening in Lagos. Lagos is highly flooded every time. In Kenya, all of these places. And people are living it. Kind of thing we told them to go and they will go. Why did you provide for them to go?
Thank you very much,
Oyin. People don't get to because you're saying they should go. Who does that?
Thank you very much, Oyin. Thank you very much, Oyin. I'd like to link Oyin's concern to the ineffectiveness of the local government because there's so much a state government can do. But you need partnership with the guys on the ground. So as you said, you spoke to a local government chairman. Why is building on the certain canal? What is your government doing? Because I see there's always that clash between the technocrats and the politicians. You know, these are political class saying, okay, these are people, and then the technocrats are trying to do their jobs. So there's that constant clash. So what is your government doing to ensure the local government chairman, those who are closest to me, are taking responsibility, taking ownership of the drains that you're clearing or the drains you're trying to build? When obviously they're not.
You know, normally you have primary drains, secondary drains, and then tertiary drains. Okay. The tertiary drains is the one in front of your houses, and it's supposed to be taken care of by the local governments.
Okay.
But some of them are not doing the job.
They don't come.
Some of them are not doing the job. We go to do it. We go to from the ministry, yes. We go to do it. So that one is...
Can you penalize them?
Exactly. Who are you holding responsible if you don't do it?
You see, actions carry consequences. Mm-hmm. We know what to do, but we have had series of stakeholders meeting. You know, they will be giving excuses and all that. We've gone further than that.
Stakeholders are sounding like evil spirits.
Well, we will deal with it. You know, that's why we set up FR gang. If they are not coming up, we'll go and do the work because Lagosians are not asking you. They don't want to know what internal issues that you are having. Yeah. we go out. That's why you have a family to go and do all those things.
I live in a peculiar...
Some of them are doing, not all. Some of them are working. But Lagos is a place. I'm coming, man. Lagos is a place where if you clean up a place today, in the next few days, you still see things inside the trains. Because if they do their work and clean up the tertiary trains, you won't find anything inside the secondary trains and the.
You say no jobs. These boys are on the streets. They can actually do the jobs to actually. Who's going to be paid?
We recruited them. We have up to 1,000. About 200. So 250 dropped.
So how often do they clean the drains? Is this something that they need to do every day, if need be, especially during the rainy season?
It can't be every day. Sometimes you do it. We prepare for the rains.
Yeah, but you just said now that in a week, if they clean it this week, by the next week, it looks like they have it.
Especially during rainy seasons. So you continue. Our habits are very bad. I'm coming. In Apapa, there's one drain. These Okada riders have converted that drain into a public toilet. If you go there, you see it in Apapa, in the heart of Apapa. See, the habit is difficult to change. I believe that.
Lekon is holding, Nima. I want you to ask a question. Let me take Lekon. Lekon's been holding. Good morning, Lekon. Are you there?
Good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
All right, I'm calling out from all right, I really appreciate your guest over there. As regards to Lagos, we all know that Lagos is a coastal area, and we all know the season of rain comes. I appreciate the former governor of Lagos State, speaking of Fashola. This man has a foresight. He knows when there's going to be rain. He sends people to drain all those places that are known for frost-prone areas. I believe we have a consistent when it comes to governance in Lagos State. This should be followed. We shouldn't wait until when the rain comes before we provide a solution. Let there be something to be done before. Let's say forecast. Oh, there'll be rain. There'll be much after this time. Let us deploy people to go and clear all those drainages to avoid all this every year. I believe Lagos State can do more than that.
All right. Thank you so much. Nima, let me let you jump in.
Okay, so like I said, I was born here, I lived here, I know Lagos well. When I was born in Western Avenue, there's a canal just behind the stadium that used to pick children from my primary school, and by the time they find them in Baja, they're dead. So we're looking at Lagos now, and I'm living in Lagos still, where I have to do my drains. I have to come and sit on the show and beg Loma to pick the waste because they will dump them in the drains if somebody doesn't collect them. And I know they don't collect them. So my colleague asked earlier that, is there a synergy between yourself and the other ministries? And how well do you work? Because if we don't have a structure that works all year round the clock on this in Lagos, we're not, that means we're not living in the reality that it is a coastal city. Somebody just called now and mentioned that this worked. I saw it, not because I know BRF. I saw it when I was in Lasso. They were constructing the Lasso-Isheri Road, and they built on a canal that I used to cross to go to command as a secondary school. They built a small gutter there. He rejected that road. The talk around was that it wasn't commissioned. And truly, that road, that canal divided the road. And eventually they had to build a proper canal. To be aware is to know how to run the state. How did they prepare for rains this year? Because what I saw this year showed there was no preparation.
There is. You
mentioned here now that the boys in Apapa, the flood in Apapa this last week, we don't even want to go there. The boys built a toilet on it. How do you allow?
No, it's not that they built a toilet. They converted the canal, into
there's a local government chairman doing that. What are
to make sure that they don't misuse?
It's not like this canal. Somebody will just enter this place and just do.
So what are the LCDAs? What are they there for? The local government, what are they there for?
Who is policing the canal to ensure that somebody doesn't come in the morning and dump something? They used to pick people up and they were fines for it.
They pick them up and they find them. We have been jailing people for stealing. People are still stealing to date. People are still stealing. Somebody who is going to do something. Those Okada riders in Apapa don't have, they sleep on top of the Okadas. So that drain is their toilet. Pick them today. Tomorrow another group will come. So as we are talking to you now, they are coming. They are coming, with trailers. They are trooping into Lagos. In the certain areas, you see, so Lagos is hosting a lot.
So when we see government officials complain, we are like, who are we now?
I'm just telling you, it's not that we are giving up. It's not that we're giving up. We're not giving up. He said we don't prepare. We prepare for the rains.
So
we clean up. We clean up.
Okay, so
on the drain. Dredging, if you know the amount of money government used to, because you have to get one buggy to enter into the canal to bring those things out. Then you need, sometimes you cut about 500 trucks of those refuse. You take them away. In the next 1 week, if it rains, if you go there, it looks as if you have not done anything.
You do it again.
We continue to do it. We're not complaining. We're not complaining. Like this Agege I went to, this where we had this infraction yesterday. We're walking there. We're expanding the canal. You will see I have the, look at it now.
When did
they
this
are
expansion
doing some work there. It's a recent work. It's just that they stopped because we have to review the contract. Because
Let's take a few messages, because I know that so many people.
Let me ask him, what will it take the stakeholders to understand the vision of Lagos? Because it seems like when you're trying to go this direction and they have a lot of people that are calling them to plead, please leave this house, leave this one, they're sabotaging the work of government. What will it take them to understand? What will it take you to insist that this is the way Lagos has to go now, so that we don't have all of this every year, losing lives, losing properties because of flood?
I tell you a story. We, had decisions. Let me use Singapore as an example. It was a shanty before. The man had to take those people. They were fighting, they were calling the man names. They had to take them away from those shanties, demolish all of them, and then build skyscrapers,
So what will it take
and then
to do this?
gave them those houses. Some of them were too timid to even go to live in those high-rise buildings. So we don't have the kind of, whatever you have, there's too much pressure in Lagos. If you are working for 10,000 people today, tomorrow you have 30,000 people. Everybody's coming here. Everybody is fighting for space here, space. And to get them to go is even a problem. Like I know now, we have crisis in the southeast. Most of our people are here. Most of our big men are here.
We have to wrap
So that will put pressure on whatever you have. This is the only thriving city. Okay, the only place where things are working. The only place you can come and make money. If you put Okada here, you make money. When they first chased them out of Lagos, they went to Ogun State. They were making 500 naira, 600 naira a day. Here they are making 9,000, 10,000. They were lamenting.
Okay, we have to wrap up, sir.
But they left. And they're going to leave.
I have to wrap up on this because I need to move to a hot topic. But I just need you to tell Lagosians
what we need to do.
The message on this, especially because I know that you said that the rains are still going to come to the end of the August. So what should we expect and how should we prepare for it?
Okay, please know that I'm talking to Lagosians now. We empathize with them for what happened yesterday, 9-hour rainfall. And that's what you have when you live in a coastal city like Lagos. And help us to help you by not dumping anything inside the drains. Stop, something is also a problem. Stop building on drainage. Look, there's a place called Bucknor. We have been on it. We have taken our alignment to do. People, it's in my house, so you have to take it away to this side. We have been on it. But we have to carry the big stick and do the work. We won't be everywhere. We got to a house in one place, Najegule, 2-story building, standing like this. The canal behind it is where they dump their refuse. The day we went there, they went inside their rooms and locked their doors. They didn't come out. For us, even talk to them to tell them what to do. So we will continue to appeal to Lagosians to show some concern. But where you don't, we'll carry the big stick. Some houses will go down. Some houses will go down, and people will weep.
From what you said, I have to wrap up, sir, but thank you very much, sir. Obviously, from what you said, government is doing their own bit. We, the people, also have to take ownership. And the local government, I'll continue to harp on those guys. I see they don't do anything. They're the third arm of government of the fact. So I know that they also have some kind of authority, but somebody needs to penalize them for what they're not, for their inactions. But let us go on a break. That's all we can take on this segment. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup
check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script
check.
Are we set in the VCR? All Tim in place? VCR
check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a...
Thanks for staying with us. So many people have been waiting for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to pick his running mate, and over the weekend it was announced that is the former governor of Borno State, Kassim Shettima, that will be running with him. Many Nigerians have come to say some have agreed with it, others have criticized it, kind of objected also, according to the papers today. What are your thoughts? Let's hear your views on the fact that many have their concerns concerning the Muslim ticket, even though the candidate himself has said that he has put competence over the issue of religious sentiments. What are your thoughts on this? You can call us on 081-270-53687, 091-390-76948. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. We'd like to hear your thoughts on it. So, I mean, I'll start with Nima because I know you're one person. I remember that time where the former governor of Borno State was going to, I remember you supported the fact that he wasn't keeping quiet. He was going on and talking about they're killing my people. I need you to, and he was one of those who that instituted the vigilante group that began to fight. You know, civilian the JTF team that actually worked to fight the Boko Haram at the time. So when this announcement was made and people were now raising questions, what are your thoughts on it, on this particular former governor of Borno State?
I believe he's a fantastic vice presidential candidate, religions aside. I know that viewers will say, oh, she's Muslim, so what do you expect? So ordinarily, when the candidates were popping up, when the talk around the vice presidential candidate for the APC was coming up, hardly did we find a Christian name pop up. Or if he did, I can't even remember. It was between the Kaduna State governor, the Kebbi State governor, I think, and then the Borno State governor, the sitting governor. And so I didn't even see Kashim Shettima feature as a candidate. And I thought, certainly not the Kaduna State governor, too many controversies around his person. This person will give problems. You know, when Nigerians start to talk...
That's El-Rufai?
El-Rufai.
Oh, yeah.
People will say, he just sacked teachers, El-Rufai is this, El-Rufai refused to negotiate, he didn't bring back, you know, he didn't do a lot for people. There will be too many, you know, controversies around that person. And I don't know so much of Bagudu as the Kebbi State governor, but I know very much, and I love the personality of Kashim Shettima, even before he became vice presidential candidate. I think he was a fantastic governor for his people. And I think that at the time when he was governor, one of the things that plagued the state was Boko Haram. I think I love fantastically the way he responded. Never did I hear him join issues then about, you know, one party is in power now leaving. He was then under Governor Goodluck Jonathan as well. You know, leaving my people to suffer. No, that was not the conversation. He constantly went, even against the division of party lines, to demand for help for his people. He did what he needed to do. He started the civilian JTM. He went for the approval. He went personally. That's how governors, you sit on the problem. You sit on it and make sure you find a solution. And so I think he's somebody who is for competence, someone who's
now,
very critical.
Let's come to the issues, this Muslim ticket thing, because I know that Ashwajo was saying that he chose competence over religious sentiments. But when you look at former Governor Senator Shettima's CV, and you see that he attended the University of Maiduguri for his first degree, he attended the University of Ibadan for his master's degree in agricultural economics, and he had many aides from the southeast, from the south-south, from the southwest, who worked with him in Borno. I mean, I was really shocked to see that, okay, he comes across as a detribalized person, but I don't know him personally. So what are your thoughts? Do you think these are the best candidates to choose, or do you feel that the issue Khan is raising, that it will be unfair to the Christian community if Ashwaji goes ahead with this Muslim ticket? Do you think that still holds, especially when this man comes across as a detribalized man?
If Nigeria was in a good place, and let's not lie, let's not pretend like we're good. We're not good. We have a lot of issues bordering on religion, ethnicity, marginalization, and all that. We have those issues, and we've been talking about how we can get somebody who would unite the country together. If Nigeria was in a good place, and you say, okay, let's not talk about tribe, let's talk about competence. And you say, okay, I've looked around, and this is the person I feel will complement me in this work. It would have been okay. Nobody will raise an eyebrow. We want somebody to come in and change Nigeria. But Nigeria is not in a good place. A lot of people are already feeling marginalized. A lot of people are already feeling like Nigeria is just being led by certain groups of people who do not want to let go of power. And I've said before that politics is a game of numbers. And when it comes to picking who will be vice or who would be deputy, the political parties will look at their own personal interests first because they want the numbers. They want to be able to clinch the ticket. They don't want to leave any gap for another political party to take over. So this, for me, is not about wanting the good of Nigeria. This is about wanting to get it first. When we get it first, then we'll now decide on how we want to run the business that we are here to run.
So it's winning first.
It's winning first. And that is what every political party is deciding right now. It's not just APC, PDP, the Labour Party and all of that. Everybody's deciding who will bring this ticket home first. So when we look at it from that angle, we will understand that some of the things we expected, our expectations would be dashed because people did not expect that for somebody who is liberal, because I have followed through his, as I'm talking about Tinubu, have followed through his work ethics and how he works with people from all tribe and all that. For somebody like that, you would not expect a Muslim ticket from somebody like that. But because right now, it's not about the Nigerian people, it's about how do we bring this home. You will see a Muslim ticket.
All right, let me come to Mariam. Your thoughts on this issue?
Okay, so I like to always say I'm not a politician or into politics, and so my views and my opinions would not really be about how politically it will work, but just as a person. And my opinion is, because of the state in which we're in, because of the insurgency, the banditry, economically, we're struggling. For me right now, your religion, your ethnicity is secondary. Your competence comes first. And the parties will make their choices, politicians will make their choices based on, whatever they feel the criteria is needed for them to win. But Nigerians, ultimately, we decide who will be their president and who will be their vice president. And so Nigerians will look through and see whether your ethnicity and your religion, it's more important than what you bring on the table, than what you bring to the table competence-wise. Are you in tune with what is happening? What is your track record? What is your experience? Nigerians will decide if that is more important to them than your religion or your ethnicity. And for me, that is it. I just want someone who's competent. I just want someone who understands that right now where we are is ground zero. There's no coming to try it out for a year or two. You have to hit the ground running. And who are those people? And those are the only sort of people that I am interested in. And I'm looking forward to when the campaigns kick off. I'll listen to these people. I'll ask the necessary important questions. And for me, those are the things that will determine for me who I will eventually vote for. I'm constantly also looking at their track record. It's not enough for me which part of the country you're from, what religion you're practicing, who you're married to, and, it has to be what you have shown over time. The divisions across religious lines and ethnicity, for me, that is easily mended if Nigerians feel that their issues are being sorted, if they feel that the government is in tune with them, exactly what they are going through. I feel these divisions concerning ethnicity and religion comes up when people are dissatisfied with government doing what they are meant to do in the first place.
So Ashwaju said something which I thought was really interesting. He said that if we truly understand the challenges upon us as a nation, then we must also see the imperative of placing competence in governance above religious sentiment. Now that phrase was instructive, but I think the issue is trusting. Do we actually believe that this man is competent? Or is it what Bisa had said about winning first? Or he is saying if we truly understand the magnitude of what's at stake, Nigerians will not debate on, is he a Muslim, is he a Christian, is it this? Because he is also married to a pastor. Not just any pastor, an assistant pastor in a major Pentecostal church.
Mariah, so Nigerians are not there yet. When everything, there's what they call the ideal.
Yeah.
A society is supposed to be so and so and so. That's the ideal. And there's another one that is the reality. We are not there yet. We are not an ideal society yet. There are a lot of people who have gone through pains, who have gone through, I don't know the right word to use. I don't want to repeat marginalization again, that feel like Nigeria has been happening to them. This is not the agreement we had from the time of our founding fathers. It just seems like everybody is doing what they want. People who feel that they have more power are doing what they want. And so far, they have not taken us forward. Right. We are going backwards. So there's a lot of pains from different quarters and different angles. Insurgency is not just in the north now. It has moved to it's everywhere. So people are saying, okay, let's flip it. If it's a Christian ticket, is that the conversation we're going to be having now? So this is not the time. See, everybody can find somebody who is competent.
Now, let me pause you for a second.
Christian or a Muslim. You will not tell me that it's only the Muslims right now that are competent. That's not. You won't tell me that.
Correct.
No. You won't tell me that.
So the question is, so I'll come to you, Nima. So there's also, so that's one argument. There's another argument that there are options. Why are we making look as if this is only an APC thing? There's PDP, there's Accord, there's Labour, there are other options. So if you're not happy with this team, there are other options. So we shouldn't feel like the game is over because, oh, this person has picked a Muslim. That's the beauty of these elections. We are having options aside from the APC and PDP. Go ahead.
So the elections have not even come up. Just as BC said earlier, this is about the numbers. You don't want to go to an election of this magnitude where you know more than 5 parties have candidates that are intimidating already.
Yes.
With a candidate that cannot give you
numbers,
cannot give you at least 10 million votes.
Sure.
You don't want to go there. So you know they do their maths per region. This is a Kashim Shettima. In Borno, governors after him, they still know him. They still, and he's a sitting senator. He knows his numbers. He has you know what he can muster from that region. It wasn't a likely picked candidate. It wasn't something that was likely done. Just as I said earlier, there were other candidates that were popping up. Regions and groups were saying, this is our own candidate. This was where you must pick from. But the maths was done. And you don't blame any party for calculating because as it is now, the kind of politics we run here is about numbers. It's not about individual. It's not about ideas. It's not about ideology yet.
Numbers.
It's still about the numbers, the people who will do the work for you. And so I don't blame the APC for how they arrived at their candidate and their vice presidential candidate. Just as you said, there are options. If Nigerians do, it is now in our hands to decide where we want to put our vote and what we want to put our trust. The issue for me is that I hope that the APC as a party, the presidential candidate and the vice presidential candidate are very aware of the distrust that Nigerians have now, much more so now in these 7 years that the President Buhari's administration is rounding up. Things have become, I don't want to use worse, let's just say we'll get better. Nigerians have been hit hard. And so before they would just go and sit down and say anything would run, they should check the pulse of the people and they should make that decision.
And even though, from what you have said, even though he's trying to make a case for the Muslim ticket not working, it sort of also makes the case why it should not matter. Because we're saying that we've found ourselves in such a hole right now that it doesn't, what matters, the only thing that matters is those who will come and do the job. It does not matter where you're from or who you worship, and that's where I want us to focus on, and I want Nigerians to focus on that. But I will say again, only Nigerians will determine who will eventually be for them, their president and their vice president.
Let me take this comment.
Decide if the religion is so important above competency.
Exactly. Let me take this comment and we'll wrap up. It says, are you aware that the House of Representatives Gbajabiamila is a Muslim? The Deputy Speaker Ahmed Wase is also a Muslim, but nobody cares. For years in our Senate, David Mark was a Christian, Ikwe Mado was a Christian, Deputy was a Christian, and nobody cared about it. So these are comments saying, listen, we've had Muslim across other levels of government, but listen, as Mariam said, the people will decide. At least now we'll put a cap on this.
The presidency is a very sensitive, it's a central...
Reflects us.
It reflects us as a people.
I know.
No, it reflects us as a people. And because we are still not trusting of each other, it would be nice that we find a way to balance it. I would have even preferred that they picked a female VP.
Yes, there's also
I would have preferred that. Even whether the female VP is Christian or Muslim will not matter. At least we have checked one box that you have done something a bit different, All
right, we have to wrap up. This is a conversation.
Ticket was once a...
Yes, 1993. He did say that 1993, spirit of 1993 is upon us now in 2023. I was like, oh,
this
nice
is not 1993.
Okay, that's all we can take on this. We have to take Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Stay with us. Oh, we're wrapping up. Okay, that's all we can take on the show. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.